It's setting up. Hold on. Go.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Week 7. Coach's Call on Tap, NCAA Pick'em Show. We're going to go down the top 25 list of games here with you today. I hope everybody's having a happy Friday. We're here with Puff Dog in Pennsylvania, Donnie on the road somewhere in the great state of Tennessee, bullshit, and Tristan in North Carolina. Man, this is your coach. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope everybody's been having a great week so far. We've got a lot to cover. I mean, this is one of those weeks I'm kind of excited about. The Ducks, the Oregon, Washington playing. Big game on hand there. USC going to Notre Dame. Is Bama back? I mean, are they really back? Did they turn the corner? I'm not going to talk about Colorado. OSU, Michigan, here we go. What are they going to do? Are they going to keep it rolling? What's happening in football today, guys? Let's go over the top 25. We're going to go in order like we did last time. We're going to start with the 11 o'clock games, and we're going to go to the 2:30 to the 6 o'clock games and some late games. And let's go ahead and start it off with Georgia, number 1 Georgia at Vandy. Vandy catching, I think it's gone up to 32.5 points now. When I did my write-up, it was at 31. I think Georgia wins this easily, but it's like they got 2 bye weeks. They've got Vandy this week, then they got an actual bye week the next week. I think they poured on, but I'm just afraid of who's going to come in the second half, what's going to happen. Vandy can score. I'm afraid of a backdoor cover. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take the 32.5 points. It might go up to 33, 34. I'm going to take Vandy in the points here. Donnie, what do you think about this game?
Man, I'm sorry you're taking Vandy in the points. Georgia is going to dominate this game. The game's going to go over. I get it. You know, Vanderbilt is a very sexy pick at 32 points because you think, wow, that's a lot of points. But Vanderbilt couldn't score in the red light district with $1,000 and a bag of blow. I mean, it's just not going to happen. This game's going to be a domination by Georgia. They may score 60 or 70 points. It's going to look like the Dolphins playing, a few weeks ago. So take the over, take Georgia, and I'm sorry you took Vandy.
What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Georgia by murder. It's gonna be absolutely horrible. I think Brock Bowers will probably have he could cover the spread by himself this game. So yeah, give me Georgia with the points.
Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
I have a hard time figuring out this Georgia team. One week they look like this last week. It feels like they finally got it together. Other games they only want to play one half of the game. I don't know. I mean, by default, I'm going to take Georgia, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm fading the bye week plus the bye week plus everything else. I'm going to take Vandy in the points. Not much, but I'll put a little something on it. Indiana is going to Michigan. Okay, Michigan is given 33.5. Has it gone? No, it's gone down half a point. Michigan's given 33 at home. Okay, this is the only reason I like Michigan with the points here. They're on a mission to be the number 1 seed. And if I'm one of the top 2 teams in the nation, I'm going to try to pour it on and keep pouring on the points because who I want to play, if they stay number 4, is that Florida State team that you never know what you're getting. So I think they keep pouring on the points. They're just going to keep doing it. So I'm going to take Michigan minus the 33.5. Donnie, what do you think?
On the other side with this, I mean, Indiana gave OSU a very good game earlier in the year, and a lot of people are on OSU. I think Indiana's not a bad team. They're not a great team, but they're a team like Maryland. They can keep it close and keep the game in perspective. That being said, 33.5, you're going to tell me that Indiana is worse than Vanderbilt? I think they're a lot better team than Vanderbilt. And I expect Indiana to keep this thing pretty close. I think it's 14-21 points. So give me Indiana.
Well, I'm looking at Michigan. It's not that Indiana's worse than Vandy. I'm looking at the difference between a Georgia and a Michigan. Georgia's just looking to Georgia to me is like the Kansas City in the NFL. They're going to do just enough to win and just keep it going because that's all they have to do is win their conference. Michigan, on the other hand, they want the number 1 seed. That's big. That's big for them, and pouring on the points is. So I'm not saying Vandy and the difference there. I'm looking at the difference between Michigan and Georgia. Puff, what do you think? Settle the bullshit.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Michigan's resume this year. They played nothing but teams that are trash. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Indiana is good, right? But this will be the best team that this Michigan team has faced all season. And I just think it's too many points. Don't get me wrong. Michigan's going to win this game, obviously. But I think 33 is just way too many points.
I got you. Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with the money on this. Like, I think Michigan wins this game by like 28, 32 points, something like that. But they're going to just get hooked on that spread. That's a scary spread to bet. I actually do like Michigan to cover the first half, though.
There we go. I like that. Well, let's see if we could make it Coach 0 and y'all 3. Ohio State minus 19.5 at Purdue. My question is, who the hell is Ohio State to give 19.5 points to anybody? I'm still not bought into these guys. I don't know. But the problem is you got Purdue at 1-3. All right. I mean, they're giving up 33. They're averaging 29. Here's something to think about. The Ohio State gets Travion Henderson back this week. And I know he's going to want to go out there, show out. So I'm going to go ahead and take Ohio State minus 19.5. Let's send it to Donnie and tell me why I'm wrong.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, Ohio State has not played like the ranking that they are. I'll just be honest. I don't think they're better than Michigan. And I said it before the start of the year. I think Michigan goes and Ohio State's left out. That said, Purdue is not. They're keeping it close, but they're not a stunning team. I actually like Purdue to cover this just because they seem to be that team that's beating the spread, but they're not winning the games. Ohio State's really, if they want to keep going, they really got to get the wide receivers in. I mean, they've got one of the best wide receivers in the nation, and they are not utilizing him like they should be. Harrison is just that good, and they're not taking advantage of him. And until they do, I'm going to keep riding the other team. I had Maryland last week, and I'm going to take Purdue this week.
There you go. Puff, what do you think?
Yeah, so I looked at Ohio State's schedule next week. You know who they got, right? No? Penn State.
Yes.
They got Penn State. So I think that this is a big look-ahead spot for Ohio State. And also, I did see a video the other day where Rondale Moore single-handedly beat Ohio State as 30-point underdogs like 3-4 years ago. So I'm going to take Purdue. I'm going to take Purdue with the points here. I like that. I like the matchup for this. I'm going to take Purdue.
I like it. Tristan, what do you think?
So I've been the biggest Ohio State hater all year. I just don't see them laying down to Purdue. I think they mop Purdue up and make easy work of them. But then next week is Penn State's gonna put it on them boys. I'm telling you right now, Penn State's gonna beat Ohio State next week. But we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, give me Ohio State.
There we go. So me and Donnie and Puff are on different sides, 3 games in a row. I love this. So now we've talked about the number 1, number 2, number 3 seeds. Let's go to number 4. Florida State's at home. They're giving 17.5 points to Syracuse. All right. Florida State is shit. Who do you get? You get a great Florida State team. You get a shitty Florida State team. Who are you get? You never know who you're going to get. But they do get Syracuse. And Syracuse, who we made some money on early, now come off their cupcake schedule, right? And now they're in the real deal, and they're getting smacked around like some little bitches that they should be. I told you Syracuse is one of those teams that are on a 3-game road trip, right? And so you bet them to cover. They didn't. This is the second one. You should double up right here. I'm going to tell you not to. All right. I think FSU mops the floor with these guys. They have got to turn the table. I think this is the week. We're going to bet Syracuse next week because they'll cover next week against Virginia Tech. They're not going to cover this week. Give me Florida State minus 17.5. Donnie, tell me where I'm wrong.
I think you're actually right on this. I think Florida State
Holy shit.
has got to prove that they're one of the top 5 teams in the nation.
They're not.
And you got to – I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. But that said, They need to prove it, and the only way for them to prove it is to put up some points. So expect them to put up big numbers this week. That won't last for a couple more weeks, but expect them to cover this week.
Puff, what do you think, buddy?
Man, give me a red nose and then paint my face and call me a clown, Tristan, after last week. It's okay. I give you permission.
Who was right? Who was right?
Go ahead.
Who was right? I should have bet your fucking savings account on that shit.
All right. So look, Florida State's offense is very similar to North Carolina's. So I'm going to go off that comparison and say Florida State's going to end up covering this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Syracuse does cover, but I'm going to take Florida State.
Well, you make a pick, one or the other. Florida State's
going to cover.
Okay.
I hate this game, though. It's
okay. As much as your hat or just no? Just the game. Tristan, what do you think about this game?
I'll be on Syracuse for this one. Apparently you guys are putting me in a one-man wolf pack over here. Florida State is not that good. I think this being a conference rivalry too, Florida State damn near let Boston College beat them as well. I think Syracuse comes to play. They've played pretty good defense this year, but they're going to have to score some points though. So give me Syracuse to cover.
All right. There's Tristan's donation for the week. Here we go. Hey, here's a big one, man. Is Bama back or not? Do you think they turned the corner or not?
No.
Or they just beat a shitty A&M team because A&M's always been shitty. We got Arkansas going to Bama. Bama's number 11. They're laying 19.5 at home after they squeaked by my Aggies at Kyle Field last week.
How did that make you feel?
Huh?
How did that make you feel?
Oh, I'm not wearing any maroon. You see that? It's behind me. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not as disappointed. Here's the thing. I'm not as disappointed as I would be if I was a UT Longhorn losing to Oklahoma. That's a whole different ball game there. I mean, we did lose. I'm telling you, I told you before this podcast, and I'm telling you again, Bama is going to be in the playoff picture. I don't know that they make it, but they're going to be talking about Alabama come conference championship time. It's going to happen. I think they turned the corner. I think the quarterback looked a lot better. You can say what you want about my Aggies. Our defense is not that bad. We're a pretty good freaking defense. These guys did a number on us. Jimbo can't get out of the fucking way. He's still in the way of us winning big. In saying that, Arkansas has been through the meat grinder, man. They have been beaten, battered. I think they've only lost the last 4 games by like an average of 7.5 points, something like that. I mean, they're in all of it, but how long can you last? I mean, the Arkansas and the SEC is like women's battered syndrome. They just get beat every week and they keep coming back for more. I just think this is going to be too much. I think Bama needs to make a statement. I hate doing this, especially in a conference game, but I'm going to take Bama minus all those points. Donnie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to be on the opposite side on this one. I think Arkansas has been battle tested. They are a tough fighting team. They fought LSU. They fought Ole Miss. I mean, they're gritty. They're a gritty team. They play ugly football. It's not pretty. It's not Ole Miss football. It's not USC football. They're just a fighting team. I think they give Bama fits, especially on the line. And they make it hard for them to score. I love the under in this game as well. And when I love an under and then see a point differential like 17.5, I'm tend to go with underdog. So I'll take Arkansas.
Puff, do you agree or disagree with our Donnie?
Yeah, I agree with Donnie. I think that Arkansas will keep this game close. Hear me out. It might come down to that fourth quarter where this game's tied. Or you might be able to get Alabama at plus money because they might be down in this game, and you might be able to catch them live. That's a hot take. I know, but I think Arkansas could win this game.
So when Oklahoma beat y'all's ass last week and you fell off your chair and hit your head, that's where you're getting this from, right? Are you kidding me?
I'm being dead serious.
You're serious. You really think Arky has a shot at this?
I genuinely do.
Okay.
What?
No. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona, dude. I can sell you. Hey, Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, give me Bama. Give me
You like Bama?
Yeah, give me Bama. I don't. We talk about the bottom of the barrel of the SEC, and I guess Arkansas is holding hands with Vandy. So give me Alabama.
It's going to be a good game. I'll give you this. It's going to be a good game, but Bama, they have to run away with it.
I like
as
the
bad
over
as Florida
more.
State.
I like the over more. Over 45.5.
Yeah, you and Donnie are just complete opposites. Me and Donnie are opposite of everything, but you and Donnie are complete opposites. Holy shit. All right, let's move on. Number 16, Utah is at home, giving 11.5 to Cal. I just think personally, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Utah, too much defense for these guys. And if Rising comes back, it's a completely different offense. They're talking about him coming back. If Rising comes back, this is a fucking blowout, guys. This isn't even fun. Oh, yeah. If Rising comes back, Utah blows the doors off of Cal. So give me 11.5. I am chalky as shit this week, I know. Give me Utah minus 11.5. Go ahead, Donnie. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I think Utah's a better team, and Utah's definitely a better state than California, so I'll take Utah.
There you go. Yeah, Utah.
If we're going based off of states, yeah, I've been to Utah and it's beautiful. Fuck California. Give me Utah to cover.
There we go. What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, fuck California. Give me Utah to cover.
Oh my gosh, just based on the state itself. That's good stuff. Hey, let's start with Puff here. Number 6, Penn State. Yeah, they're paying UMass $1.6 million to go get their ass beat this week, which, I mean, it happens. Everybody has those. The problem is that Penn State's got a huge game next week. Penn State and Ohio State tangle next week. I think this is a horrible spot to bet either one of these because UMass still one of the worst teams in the nation. Penn State, I do like Penn State, but 42 with a look ahead at Ohio State. I'm not going to do it. If I had to, probably Penn State. I'm not going to bet it, but to pick a side, fuck it, Penn State 41.5, but screw this game. What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, Penn State's 5-0 against the spread this year. Just figure out throw that out there, but they're gonna sit there all their starters about halftime. That's the thing. And then this game's just gonna be the second stringers versus UMass's starters. And this is where the backdoor cover can come in. I actually think I'm gonna play UMass plus 42 this week. Yeah,
I know. I can't blame you. I can't blame you for that. Donnie, what do you think?
I mean, I don't want to agree with Puff on this. I think the keeper is what's in play because I think Penn State is going to play their second string and third string, but those guys are going to want to get out there and try to score. I mean, they want to make an impression for next year, for later this year, if anybody gets hurt. So I think the over is the best play. But that said, I'm still going to take Penn State. James Frankel's got a great team up there, and they're well coached. So I think this game, I really like the first half play more than the total, but I'll take the total on Penn State.
Yeah, the problem, Donnie, the only problem I see in something like that is James Franklin. Okay, good guy, lovable guy. All the coaches love him. He's a great guy. He does things by the book. You know, he doesn't railroad anybody. You get up 42-0, you start putting your second and third string out there. You're going to run. If you have to, you'll play. I mean, he's not going to keep the playbook open. I don't think that he'll do something like that. That's the only thing that bothers me there, Don. Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
I have a question first. What's the rule? So the spread is 41.5, but the total is 55 points. That's telling me that the book thinks Massachusetts isn't going to score a fucking point.
Go ahead, Puff.
Go ahead.
My thing is, yeah, I'm looking at this UMass team all season, right? 24, 28, 31, 17, 28. They put up points. So it's just a matter of how many points Penn State's going to end up scoring before they pull their starters. So, I mean, I think they put up 49-52, but at the same time, UMass is going to put up 2 touchdowns and field goal probably. So
you like the over.
So let's go ahead and take Donnie's bet with the over.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I'm going Penn State 41.5. I don't think UMass scores a point. I don't think they score a single point, even against Penn State's secondary, second bench. Like, no, give me Penn State.
There we go. Oh, that just scared. That's just shitty. That's just a shitty line. Oh, hey man, I think this is my favorite game of the week right here. Oregon going to Washington, number 8 versus number 7. This is the first time I heard this today. This is the first time both these guys have met in conference where they're both ranked in the top 10. Washington is giving 3 points. Now, I love Oregon's offense. The run, the pass, I just love all that. I did a little blog on our Discord. Washington, they've been money for us all year long. I mean, they can attack you and they can score in a freaking heartbeat. If Oregon can stay ahead of the change and run this football and lean on Washington, they could cut the field down. They can cut the time down. Washington won't have as many touches. Oregon has a chance to beat them outright. If not, Washington can score in a hurry. I like the home team -3 here. So I'm going to take Washington -3. What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. I'm not a big believer in Bo Nix when it comes to big games. I think he chokes a lot. So
And the Colorado game wasn't a big game, so let's get over that fucking point.
Yeah, I agree. It's not. I like Washington in this. I think Penix found his stride, and that Washington's getting moving. So
yeah, I got you, Donnie. What do you think, bud?
I mean, well, does anybody really care? Like, this is the first time 2 Pac-10 teams have been playing, and they're in the top 10. Like, nobody cares about that job. Give me the team that has less drugs in it. So give me Washington.
Okay.
That's pretty. I think Washington's a better team. Oregon's gonna do well. I like the under in this game a lot. But when I like the under, if I think the better team is especially at home, I'll tend to take it if it's under 7 points. This is 3, so give me Washington.
Gotcha. Tristan, what do you think, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm completely opposite of all of you. Again, I actually like Oregon to potentially make the Final Four this year. I actually think Oregon has – I mean, they're just a solid all-around team. Yeah. I think they go into Washington. They beat Washington. Obviously, that means they cover. And I also like the over here. I think this game soars over. I think there's like – I think before halftime, we're looking at 45 points on the board.
Well, if it does, they're gonna have to rip off like 40, 50-yard runs. Oregon is a run team first, and then they'll throw it. And I agree with you, man. I like Oregon. I like that offense. But if they get a couple touchdowns behind Washington, they're gonna start slinging it. Here comes defenses. Here comes special teams. That's the only way this thing soars over. But yeah, this is a toss-up. I can't wait to watch this game. All right, let's make everybody in our Discord happy. We got number 19, Tennessee Volunteers, giving 3 points to the shitty Texas A&M Aggies that are just coming off a 6-point loss at home to Alabama. Tennessee favored by 3.
I love this game.
I mean, we lost to Miami, and I'm talking about my Aggies. We lost to Miami. We lost to Bama. We're a shitty team. We shouldn't have lost to Auburn. Is it Auburn, right, Puff? You said you can't believe Auburn lost to A&M. We're so bad offensively, defensively, our coach. No way. I don't know how we even beat Arkansas. That's beyond me. And yet Tennessee has this greatest coach ever. Leland Field, which is one of the 107,000 inbreds just going nuts in Tennessee. They got the greatest quarterback ever, the greatest coach ever. Everything. Peyton Manning built that place, yet they're only favored by 3. Tell me, Puff, who wins this game and why?
It kills me. All right. The Aggies are going to win this game by 7 to 10 points. I do not believe in this Tennessee team one bit. So you said this Oregon Washington game is your game of the week. For the Discord, this game is going to cause all out war in there. Okay?
I'm wearing orange because the Volunteers are going to kill us because we suck so bad.
Oh my God. Where your head at, Coach? Where your head at?
That's just the
You gotta
first
have
shirt his
some
wife gave him
self-respect
today.
for your team.
No, we suck, dude. Ask anybody in the Discord. Donnie, what do you think about this Tennessee A&M game?
I think the game goes over by far. I mean, the problem is Tennessee does not have a defense. They can't stop anybody. I mean, when them at Vanderbilt play, we may get to 150 points. That said, I think that the Aggies are coming off a bad stinging last week. They really thought, you know, from hearing the people talk, they all thought they had a chance against Alabama, and it turned out that, you know, they were let down. They're traveling to Knoxville. Knoxville's a fucking nightmare to play in. The only way they win this game is if, you know, the Volunteers are looking forward to Georgia in a couple of weeks. So I think I don't know that their head coach is worth a shit, but I think Milton has a big game. I think he throws for a couple of long touchdowns. He's missed on so many big long touchdowns. Now, that said, he's also hit wide receivers that are wide open, but he's throwing it 90 miles an hour, 5 feet away from them. So his touch is like Mike Tyson's. It's all or nothing. So give me the Volunteers to win this, and I think they win it by 7-10.
Wow. Okay, Donnie. Tristan, what do you think about this?
I think this is a different conversation if this game is at 7:00 at night in Tennessee. It's not. It's a 1:00 game. A&M's gonna beat the fucking Volunteers, and like, don't even take the points. Keep the points and take the money line.
There we go.
A&M money line, that is.
There we go. Now I like what I'm hearing. Don't get suckered, man. I'm just warning people. Don't get suckered. We're not that bad defensively. Alabama's not a bad football team. They're not. The only other game we lost was Miami. You know, what's his name? Jimbo can't get out of the fucking way. Him and his brand new Lucchese boots. I'm still high on my Aggies, but everybody keeps telling me they suck. So we'll see about 1:00 tomorrow. How good Tennessee really is. And if you want to, huh?
Who did you end up picking?
Oh, I've got to go with my Aggies on the money line, man.
Right.
I mean, come on. And it's not going to be over because these guys are finally running into a real defense here too. So that's going to be a whole new look for Mr. Melton and his rifle arm or whatever the fuck he is. Hey, that by the way, make sure you guys go to CoachesCallOnTap.com and click the Discord link, and you're going to find I pinned some stuff that our boy Bubba already commented on about him never going to watch the Vols again if they lose, and the Vols by murder and all. Bubba, I love you, but I'm pinning all your shit this week so we can go back and look at it during the week, big boy. Anyway, Gigamags, let's go win another one. Guys, I love this dog right here. I think number 23, Kansas, at Oklahoma State, given 3 points. I think Kansas is in big trouble here, boys. Kansas quarterback Daniels is out. He ain't going to play. His back's donezo. Okie State, they're finding their stride, man. They had a big win against Kansas State last week. Now they're at home. They're a home dog, a conference home dog against Kansas without their quarterback. I'm going to take Okie State +3 here, gentlemen. Puff, you're already shaking your ugly cowboy hat at me. Tell me why I'm wrong, buddy.
This is an overreaction by the books by a mile. This is the same Oklahoma State team that lost to South Alabama 30.
Kansas doesn't have their quarterback, Puff. What the fuck overreaction?
They put up 51
Jesus.
last week. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
They put up 500 rushing yards last week. What makes you think they aren't going to do it again? Oklahoma State's horrible. Kansas by murder. Kansas by like 14. What are we doing?
14 is not murder. Kansas by 14?
Oh, no.
Put your hat back on. Holy cow. You look like a fucking Pez dispenser. All right. So you got Kansas by murder, and murder is 14.
14 or more.
Okay. 14 is not murder, but okay. I got you. What do you think, Donnie?
I mean, I'm with Puff here. I think that even though Kansas lost their quarterback, they still had a great offense after he was out last week. I mean, they did not miss a beat. They just kept running the ball and kept shoving it down their throat. I think State's defense is good, but against the run, they're not as good as they are against the pass. Expect this one to have 350, maybe 400 yards rushing. I mean, they're just going to run it down their throat and say, until you put 9 in the box, you're not getting anything. So, yeah, I'm going to take Kansas here.
Hey, Tristan, what do you think about this game? Did you even watch the Pac-12? I mean, the Big 12?
I didn't even know they existed. No, I'm just playing.
No, you're not. Go ahead.
No, I'm just playing. So my pick is based solely off of the splits I'm looking at. Give me Oklahoma State.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know. Donnie and Pez, dude, save your money. Don't bet this game. Okay. And if it loses, give me shit about it. Give me shit about it on the next podcast. But don't lose your money on this, because Oklahoma State not only covers the 3, they win outright.
I'm
right
doubling
here
down.
at home.
I'm doubling down.
Of course you would. Speaking of who gives a shit, number 14, Louisville, is a 7.5-point favorite at Pitt. Give me Louisville by murder. What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, this game sucks. So, I'm gonna just be honest. But it's one of them games that doesn't make sense. Pitt's 1-4. Why is it only 7.5? Louisville's undefeated. But I'm not gonna lie, Jake Plummer's the man. So I'll take Louisville with the points. And if I fall the trap, fall the trap.
There you go, Donnie.
Yeah, I'm with Puff. This game looks like it's very fishy. This has got trap written all over it. I'm staying away from it. But if I had to choose, I am going to choose Louisville. There's no way you get me to bet this game. I don't care if the money swaps and flips and turns upside down. It can jump in my pocket. Still not bet this game. That line at -7 after a Notre Dame victory doesn't look right.
Tristan, what do you think, Bubba?
Yeah, I mean, from what them two were saying and looking at the splits, I mean, yeah, it's definitely looking like a trap game. So for that reason, give me Pitt plus 7.5.
Tristan,
yeah,
you thinking what I'm thinking for this game?
We sprinkling the money line a little
money
bit?
Line?
We sprinkling the money line a little bit?
I know I just said Louisville, but damn it.
I don't know why I want to hold your chin, Puff, and get the top of your head and do this. Maybe a piece of candy will come out. Hey, Arizona at number 9, Washington State. Washington State given 8 as of this morning. I think this is a big bounce back after an embarrassing loss to UCLA. I think anybody who uses UCLA should be embarrassed. I just think it's a big bounce back. So give me Washington State minus the points. What do you think, Donnie?
I had Washington State last week in a parlay, and they cost me a lot of money, so fuck them. I don't care about them. I'm not betting on them again this year. Against an unranked team, and they just put up an egg. Yeah, no. Give me Arizona State.
What do you think, Puffo?
Yeah, I like Washington State in this game. I think that, like you said, it's a big bounce back spot where they come out and make a statement, and I think that they're going to embarrass Arizona.
Same. Tristan, what do you think, Bubba?
I disagree. Give me Arizona to cover. Probably even do a little sprink and dink on the money line, because I mean they were toe for toe, 10 toes on the ground, 2 feet, whatever the fuck that saying is. They were running right toe for toe with USC last week. So give me Arizona to cover.
I got you. This is another one, and I said this earlier, and I'm going to stick by it. This could be my upset of the week. Number 22 LSU minus 11 at home. Number 22 LSU minus 11 at home, hosting Auburn. An Auburn team that should have beat A&M as far as Puff goes. An Auburn team that just isn't very, very good. In the last 7 years, the largest margin of victory between these two has been 5 points. With the exception of the 2020 season, that didn't count because that was an anomaly. Auburn's coming off a bye week, and LSU's coming off a 2-week road trip. LSU went 1-1. I just think 11 points is too much here. I think Auburn's rested. I think they got something to play for. I know it's LSU at home, but it's not LSU at night. Give me Auburn plus 11. Puff, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I agree with you on this. Auburn should be undefeated right now if they won the loss to that.
Can you skip over that? Can you skip over that?
Yeah, my bad. All right, yeah. But they should be undefeated right now. But I think that loss to Georgia really gave this team some heart, like a lot of hope. Like they showed that they could hang with the big dogs this year compared to other years. So I think Auburn has a lot to play for, like you were saying. And I think that they could win this game outright, to be honest. They showed they can hang.
There you go. What do you think, Donnie?
I want to agree with you guys. I really do. But I think
no, you don't, you liar.
I do. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it that say Auburn is the right play. But then my gut kicks in and says, LSU's coming off of some shaky victories, and they're coming home after a 2-game road trip. You start looking at them at home in spots like this, and they tend to put up big numbers. That said, the thing that the X factor in every LSU game is their head coach. Brian Kelly is a fucking retard. I don't care what you say. He's dumb. I want to. Everything says take Auburn, so I'm going to take Auburn. But man, I really think LSU could pull this out. It just depends on which Brian Kelly shows up. I mean, does the Brian Kelly that throws his team under the bus show up, or does Brian Kelly that does TikTok dances with his team show up, or does the Brian Kelly who's actually a pretty decent head coach when he gets his head out of his ass show up? I think the odds are 1 out of 3 take Auburn.
I'm with you on most of that. I'm with you. Tristan, what do you think?
We're never going to make it nowhere.
I know we're never going to make it live ever.
Yeah, just give me LSU.
LSU.
My bad.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Really, you're fine.
You're fine. We'll just never be able to do this again.
Well, thank you for the last Coaches Call on Tap podcast. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying, guys, I think this is a big one. This will probably be a 3-4 unit play for me. I'm going to take Auburn plus the points. Not the money line, Puff. I'm taking them plus the points. And then another big one. Is USC the real deal? Number 10 USC at number 21 Notre Dame. Why is Notre Dame favored by 3 points? Notre Dame -3. It's a night game. It's in Notre Dame. Under touchdown Jesus. There's supposed to be bad weather, so it's going to be one of those muddy, sloppy type of things. I hear this is the best defense that USC's seen so far. So I don't understand. USC's supposed to be one of the why is it only 3? Donnie, let's start with you. Why is it only 3, and what do you have on this game?
I mean, here's the thing: like USC should be favored but USC should be favored by a ton. Now you can tell me the public is Notre Dame.
Hey, Donnie, hold on a minute. Oh, we're losing you a little bit. Donnie, hold on, Donnie, hold on.
Yeah,
we're losing you a little bit. We're losing you a little bit, Donnie. I don't think he can hear me, can he? Hey, this is the cool thing about going live. Hold on, Donnie, just stop. Puff, let's go to you. What do you think about this Notre Dame USC game?
Yeah, so the way USC plays, they like throw the ball a lot. If it's gonna be shitty like that, Rudy's gonna be in the fucking stands, boys.
One of the top three worst movies ever made. But go ahead.
Bang, the worst sports movie ever made. But yeah, this Notre Dame defense, I'm telling you, they're gonna come to play this week. And USC, they're nothing special. We have seen that all season. They squeak in. Last week they almost lost to Arizona. Arizona sucks. So what like Notre Dame's gonna be the biggest test they face, and I want them to prove me wrong. Shit, I'm gonna take Notre Dame money line probably, and I'm gonna put a decent amount on that.
On that 3, I got you, Tristan. What do you think about this Notre Dame USC game?
So I have a couple of like personal principles I use when I'm betting, and I use it in NFL a lot, and I'll probably use it for this game. You have a team like USC who's just been cruising. I mean, haven't lost a game, put up tons of points. Then you have Notre Dame, who's on a 2-game skid, and no, it's not a skid, but anyway, they lost some big games, and they're 5-2, and now they're favored all of a sudden, and it doesn't make sense. So just give me Notre Dame.
That's it, huh?
Can you hear me now?
The principle, the principle is when you have a team like USC, it's like when the Dolphins were underdogs to the Bills. Why?
Right.
Because they're going to lose. That's why. And USC is probably going to lose this game.
There you go. I like that. All right, Donnie, you ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So here's the thing that I don't understand. Like, why is USC not favored? Like, it does not make any sense to me why USC is not favored. All things being considered, USC should be a 6 to 7 point favorite here. Instead, they're not. You can tell me about touchdown Jesus and the dome and all that, but the bookies know something we don't. I'm gonna take Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame.
I like it. I like I said, the night game in Notre Dame, bad weather, under touchdown Jesus. Rudy's in the stands, huh? We're probably going to be live here doing this also. Why isn't UCLA Notre Dame minus? I think Notre Dame wins this by 7, gentlemen. I'm just saying. So yeah, give me the 3. Notre Dame. Let's root for the Catholics. The mafia will be happy. The Vatican will be happy. Everybody will be happy. Notre Dame minus 3 to the bank. Now here we go. We'll start with Tristan on this one. Got number 25 Miami, one of the greatest teams in the history of football. And they're number 25 because they beat my Aggies. They are at number 12, UNC, right? UNC's only favored by 3.5. Why aren't they favored by 17? They've got the Heisman Trophy, all this. Here's what I think, Tristan. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think the last team with the ball wins. Yeah. Unless Miami has the ball last. Then leave it to Coach Cristobal to screw it up, and y'all win anyway. So give me UNC minus 3.5. And let's take the over for funsies. Tell me something, Tristan. Talk to me.
UNC is going to win this game by 14, 17 points, dude. I mean, nobody has been able to show that they can stop them. Nobody. And that's like Puff last week talking about they're gonna choke the Syracuse. They beat the fucking dicks off of Syracuse. They beat the fuck out of Syracuse. Like it was. I think it was what 35-0 at halftime. Puff. It was something like that, right? Okay.
Puff's not frozen. He's just staying really quiet.
No, dude, this North Carolina team is for real. It is a good football team. This game might be close.
Wait a minute. Are they really for real, or are they just for real in your conference?
I think they can beat the middle tier SEC teams.
Get the fuck. Dude, yeah, you should come.
I love
in the crack shack, buddy.
So UNC by 2 touchdowns, huh, Tristan?
I'm not fucking done. So they're number one, they're gonna win out because they're gonna beat Clemson in a few weeks, and they're gonna beat Duke, and then they're also gonna beat South Carolina. They play South Carolina this year. And then they're going to beat Florida State in the ACC championship game. And we'll come back to this podcast, and I'll send you guys the clip of where I said it. And you'll go, yeah, you were fucking right. Fuck off. All right, go ahead, Puff.
Nah, the unbeaten streak's going to end this weekend when you guys lose to Miami. Your defense sucks. Your defense sucks. It's horrible. Your team is horrible. You're playing against a Miami defense that's actually halfway decent. I know Syracuse. I said Syracuse last week had number 1 defense, this, that. But you're playing against some dogs this week, man. And I'm gonna take Miami money line. And then if you want,
it's in North Carolina. You're gonna just donate like that.
I'm not donating nothing. You're gonna be the one donating. All the money's gonna come in on UNC.
And it's a night game.
It don't matter. Why is it 3 points? It should be 7.
It's a conference game.
No, it should be more than that. There's no way this
is a conference game. It's 2 of the top teams in the ACC playing.
I mean, you get 3 points just for playing at home, don't you, Donnie? Donnie, don't you get 3 points just for playing at home?
Yes, sir. You get 3 points for playing at home, guaranteed.
So you're telling me that this game is a pick'em then? It should be a pick'em, right?
I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Y'all discuss that.
Yeah, come on, Tristan. What? It should be a pick.
Dude, do you want to do this again with me for real? Do you really want to go down this road again?
Look, you got one. It's my week to get one. So,
that doesn't work like that. We don't just like, I'm gonna let you have one, then I'm gonna have no.
Okay. Enough of your toxic relationship. Donnie, what do you think about this UNC Miami game?
I think UNC wins this game. I think the game goes over. Miami is probably the best defense they've played this year, but that is not saying much because they really haven't played a lot of a defense. The thing that I have is I don't think Miami has the scoring capability to go with Duke or to go with UNC, much less Duke as well. I think UNC is a better ball club. I think it should probably be a 7-point game, and that's why I'm going to take it. But that said, there's no way UNC goes undefeated. I'm gonna tell you that.
Who do they lose to? Who do they lose to?
This week.
If you get past Miami, who do they lose to, Donnie? Who do they lose to?
They could easily lose to South Carolina and Florida State.
And Duke.
Duke, dude, they're gonna blow Duke the fuck out.
It's a rivalry game.
Are you serious?
I don't give a shit.
There's no.
That game's going to be played at Cameron Indoor Stadium.
I don't give a fuck, dude. Drake May is a sleeper for the Heisman.
You have no offense.
Why are you so mad? Tristan, don't take it out. Don't take it out on this team because the Carolina Panthers.
Listen, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, and by the way, I want to say that it's not just my fault that we can't go live.
Okay, so
Puff, do you have any closing remarks?
I'm just saying they put up 500 yards a game. Now, I don't know how we got this stat that they have no offense, but we can move on.
Bro, I'm looking at their schedule. Dude, they're going undefeated. Moving on. Go ahead, coach.
Okay, so we're all on UNC except for Puff, right? Puff, you're on Miami?
Yes.
But we're all on the over, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys. I think a couple of you guys agreed with me that Kentucky was going to get waffle stomped last week against Georgia, and they did. And before that, Kentucky would cover and beat teams that they should, and they did. We have been reading Kentucky like a book. We have. So let's not skip. Let's not skip here, and let's not get off the track. Let's stay with this Kentucky team. Let's stay hot. Missouri at 24. Kentucky minus 2.5.
They lose.
They're gonna keep rolling. Kentucky's gonna win this game against Missouri on the road. Don't get off the tracks here yet. Stay on the Kentucky train. They've been winning us money. They're gonna keep winning money. If you want to donate, get on Missouri. If not, stay on Kentucky minus 2.5. Go ahead, Tristan.
Missouri's gonna win this game. They hit a little road bump last week and they ended up losing, but I think they're going to right the ship again this week. They're going to beat Kentucky.
Puff, what do you think, bub?
Yeah, Missouri. I like this Missouri team. I just can't figure out if they're for real or not. Like,
you don't have to do that, buddy. Just you know what Kentucky is. We know what Kentucky is. Week in, week out, we win with Kentucky. People hate it.
Trying to persuade me into a van right now, Coach. So for that sake, I'm taking Missouri. Fuck out of here. Missouri don't win this game.
Stranger danger. Donnie, what do you think? Donnie's froze.
I think Missouri came in last week with that big bravado. We're undefeated. We belong here. And they put up a good fight until the third, fourth quarter, and then, it was over. And I think this is a letdown week for them. I think Kentucky comes in and says, hey, remember, this is the SEC. You don't get off weeks. So except Vanderbilt. But I think you're right. I think Kentucky wins this game and covers.
Yeah, I'm with you. And we called that Kentucky thumping. We said it, Donnie. We said it's going to be close at halftime. Then Georgia going to make their halftime adjustments, come out and waffle stomp them, and they did. All right, two more top 25 games on the slate. We got number 18 UCLA at number 15 Oregon State. Oregon State giving 3.5. This game is at night. It is in Corvallis. I don't care what anybody says. It's a tough place to play there. It's a tough place. You go into a dark beaver hole, it's a tough place to play. Okay. I think this is a letdown spot out for UCLA after a huge win. I thought it was a huge win against Washington State. I think this is a letdown spot. Oregon State doesn't have to do anything extra here except play at night, let the fans go crazy, put it up. I'm probably going to buy the hook now because I hate that. I'll probably just go -3, but give me Oregon State -3 at home. What do you think, Tristan?
One of the guys on the Discord, JG Pock, he posted a stat that said Oregon State is undefeated against the spread at home since 2021. So with that being said, give me Oregon State.
There we go. Puff Daddy, what do you think?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the season, I said Oregon State's going to win the Pac-12, and I'm still standing on that. I love this team. I love their defense. It's something different that you normally don't see Pac-12. I think Oregon State whoops them.
There you go. Donnie, what do you think?
And I'm going to agree with these guys. I'm not going to throw a bunch of facts or anything like that. Oregon State has better drugs than California because UCLA is University of California, and California is just a crappy state. Nobody gets them. We're gonna cut them off when they have an earthquake and they're gonna fall into the sea. And that being said, Oregon State plays better defense. So yeah, give me Oregon State because they have better defense.
Shit.
Y'all notice how this fool says, I'm going to agree with those boys. He's not going to agree with me. Donnie will never fucking agree with me, but he'll agree with those boys. I like that, Donnie. I like that. I hope to lose you here shortly. Last game. Hey, by the way, I do want to shout out to Irish. I know you're listening, bud. Thank you for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. You guys have a lot to do with the Discord and everything that we do, man. NC State at number 17, Duke. You guys know I was high on Duke from the very beginning. They've had a couple of letdowns, man. Notre Dame just slipped away. Another one here, Tristan. Duke is a -3. NC State coming in. I figured Duke would be more of a favorite. After this Notre Dame loss, I just think Duke is pissed off. They're out to prove a point. I think Duke wins by 14 to 17 points. So give me Duke -3. What do you think, Tristan?
Yeah, Duke at home, 8 o'clock at night. I think they're gonna call the Cameron Crazies from basketball to come hang out and make it a little rowdy. Give me Duke.
There we go. Puff, what do you think, Bubba?
Get the antlers, Coach Elko. Yeah, this NC State quarterback is dog shit, man. I don't believe in him. He transferred from Virginia, Armstrong, whatever his name is. Don't believe in the kid until he proves me wrong. I think Duke stomps these fools at home.
I like it. Donnie, what do you think, buddy?
I'm with Duke here. I think this is a good chance for them. It's a night game. I think they've got too much firepower. Give me Duke.
Yeah. Especially after that tough loss in Notre Dame. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the top 25. But we do have 3 games tonight, 2 which I'm probably going to bet. We talked about it a little bit in the Discord. I just want to cover it real quick before we end. We got at 6 o'clock my time, Central Time. We've got Tulane 4-1 at Memphis 4-1. Tulane's a 5-point favorite. Over and under 54.5. I did a little write up on the Discord. I just think Tulane's got too much defense here for Memphis, so I do like the 5.5. If I can get it a good number, I might just take Tulane money line. But I like Tulane at the 5.5, and then Fresno State, Utah State. It's going back and forth. Everything points towards Fresno. All the money and all that stuff. Nothing points to Utah State. I might have to take Utah State, but again, you guys go to coachescallontap.com and go join our Discord. Doesn't cost you anything. We don't charge anything. It's not $10 a month, 33 cents a day. None of that bullshit. come to our Discord. Just check it out. We're not selling anything, but we talk a lot about it. And what I am going to do is put Donnie's feet to the floor before these games start, because Donnie's going to give us some good information as far as bets and handles and where the public is betting and what's going on. He gives us a good idea of what we should bet. So y'all stay tuned. Tristan, Puff, Donnie, y'all got anything to add?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got my lock of the week. My lock of the week is always going to be the Vanderbilt over. This time they're playing Georgia. The number is not nearly enough. Georgia can score this many points by themselves. Vanderbilt is 5-0 versus the over this year. Continue to play it until the wheels fall off, and these wheels have good ball bearings and a great 454 engine behind it. This game's soaring over.
Let's get it, baby. I love it. I'm with you, Donnie. I knew you were going to say it. Let you say it. I'm with Donnie on that over. Puff, what do you got for a game of the week?
So I got 3 this week that I like a lot. Wyoming, they're at Air Force getting 11 for some reason. My boy K-Bem in the Discord, he said that's his game of the week too. I know him, that's my boy. So I'm gonna ride that Wyoming plus 11. I love that.
Plus we called the Wyoming the Wyoming game yesterday, last week. Yeah, Fresno. Big upset. Yeah. Love it.
And then so I know you guys probably don't care about mid-majors, but James Madison plays Georgia Southern this week, and I absolutely love this game. Georgia Southern's getting 6 on the road at James Madison. James Madison 6-0. Georgia Southern 5-1. I think Georgia Southern has a lot of firepower to cover this 6, possibly win the game. And then my last play, what do I do every week?
The Dilfers. The Dilfers.
Ride the train so you can't no more. Getting 9? Hell yeah. Let's go.
All right, for those that don't know who the Dilfers are, tell us, Puff.
The University of Alabama,
Birmingham. I love it.
Oh.
I love it. Puff's been on a roll. I love it. Tristan, what do you have, buddy?
Take North Carolina -3 and forget about it.
That was easy. All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys for listening. I hope you had a good time. I hope you got a laugh. Whether you agree or disagree, we don't really care.
Yes, sir, Pop.
Oh, my gosh. There's
Yes,
Pops.
sir.
Hope everybody had a good time. I hope all your tickets cash. Make sure you follow us on the Discord. You can also follow us on Coaches Call 0 on TikTok. We do post our plays there also, and how many units and all that. But come join us, coachescallontap.com. Like, share, comment. Make sure you go join the Discord. Go check out our merch and all that stuff. We have a good time. Tristan, Puff, Donnie, thank you for being on. This is week 7, NCAA football pick'em. Coaches Call on tap. Thank you for being a part of it. Hope all your